or welcome back to another video of I'm Press. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about nurses and doctors. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you guys why I'm doing this. I'm spreading awareness about CHD, and if you haven't checked out my last two videos, go check them out. They're in the eye in the corner and down in the description. And I just talk about my journey basically and today's doctors and nurses. I'm going to be posting every single day till I think Sunday is the last day. So let's get started with my doctors and nurses. I am Presley and I was born in 2008, September 23rd, and I am 14 years old. I have been through a lot and I've had a lot of support systems with me my whole life. And that is including my closest doctors and nurses. And so the first one we have here is Dr. Callan. And he is my heart surgeon. He is basically the reason why I'm here. Well, all the nurses are for the reason, but like he worked on my heart. So it's kind of a big deal. And I'm just so glad that God was with him and all the other surgeons in that room with him, helping him. So thank you, Dr. Callan, if you're watching this. Thank you so much, and I'm so grateful for you. Then we have Dr. Salem. He is my cardiologist. I see him once a year. Really sad. We have a really funny bond. Smart, and he teaches me a lot about the heart. And yeah, he's just so sweet. And he loves to make me laugh. Yeah, he's just so nice and he just brings me joy. If you're watching this, thank you. And you mean a lot to me. Then we have Dr. Watanabe, and he is my GI doctor. Well, he was my GI doctor. Oh my gosh, it's so weird saying that. So he was my feeding tube doctor, and I got my feeding tube out recently. And it was a really hard goodbye. Like, it was really hard. Because we've known each other my whole life. And I think it was mostly hard on him because he just wasn't going to see me grow up and turn into a young lady. Well, I am a young lady now, but like, you know what I mean? We're going to try and see him every time we see Dr. Salem because they're in the same building or they're like next door, you know what I mean? He is the funny doctor. He always knocks on my door. He's like, hello. And then every time he walks in, he's like, oh, Presley, is that you? I'm like, yeah, it is. And then I think when I was younger, I was like laughing with him, like, oh, it's a joke. It's me, Dr. Watanabe. It's me. But as I got older, I was like, yeah, it's me, okay? Like, you know, and it's just sad. I wish I wasn't like that. And I wish I was like, oh, it's me. You know, but I think that's just a part of growing up. And you don't want to embarrass yourself when you're a little older. But, yeah, he was definitely a really great doctor. And I'm super happy to have him. And he cared a lot for me. And he loved me so much. And I'm just so thankful for him. So thank you if you're watching this. And you mean a lot to me. Then we have Lisa. And, aka Elmo. We still know her to this day. As soon as I got my feeding tube out, I called her. And I was like, hey, guess what, girl? I got my feeding tube out. And she was like, yay! And she's just the backstory why I call her Elmo. And I still do to this day, even though I'm 14 years old. It's just our relationship. Okay, so let me tell you how Elmo became her nickname, because her name is really Lisa. My mom would never leave me alone, so Lisa would be like, you can go get some lunch, and I'll watch Presley. And she took me to the nurse's station and grabbed her phone and turned on some Elmo for me, and I was sitting on her lap, and while she did her work. Story of why her name became Elmo, and every single time she would walk by the room, I'd be like, Elmo. So in this picture, I asked Elmo if I could be a nurse or be just like her, and she put me in all of her nurse uniform and all of her nurse tools, and I was so excited. In this next picture, I was going home, I believe, because I'm wearing that dress, and that was my going home outfit all the time, and it was just so great to see her and say goodbye. She would always come to our house and hang out with us, and this is actually right after my dad got in a car accident. And she came and brought us some food, And I'm just so grateful for her, and thank you. And she was always like there for us. She was like our nurse. And then we met her up for lunch one time. Yeah, it was really nice seeing her. And then we went to our house and we were hanging out, just being us, hanging out together. She liked hunting, so she taught me how to shoot a gun, and we were just hunting. I believe we're shooting at targets, so yeah, it was really fun. This one, she came to our house, or my Nana's house, and we were gonna go swimming, and she came and hang out with us, and it was just so fun. So I think when I'm talking to her, I say Lisa, but like to you guys and like my friends, I'm like Elmo, and my family. Then we have Nurse Jen, and she was my NICU nurse. Oh, Elmo was my pediatric nurse. So yeah, that's how I met her. So it was after the NICU. So Nurse Jen is my NICU nurse, and I don't really have a lot of history with her. Well, I do probably when I was in the NICU, but I just don't remember. But I did see her a couple years ago when we went out to lunch, I think, for Christmas or whatever. Not on Christmas, but like to see her before Christmas, the holidays or whatever. And she is so nice, and she's the sweetest, and she was so happy to see me. She was so excited, and she is just, she's sweet. And I know she was sweet when I was in the NICU too, and she loved me. So yeah, so I love you, and if you're watching this, thank you. And then we have Dr. Sadarak. He did all of my like other surgeries. So I believe he did my feeding tube. He did, which it was so weird seeing him because I haven't seen him in years, since I was like 3 years old or 4 years old. I don't even remember. And he walks in and I'm like in the bed with my makeup on and just like laying there looking like a young woman, a young lady. I don't like to say young woman yet. I think I'm a young lady. A young girl. No, that's too young. I feel like I'm a young lady, okay? There you go. But it was just so weird because he walks in and he's just like, hey, and he's like, do you remember me? And I was like, no, because I don't. Because I don't know. But, I love him, and he's so funny, and he's just so nice, and it was great seeing him again. Yeah, so that's kind of all my doctors, and I just want to say thank you so much to all of those doctors and nurses, because they are so sweet, and they love me, and they care about me, and I believe, like, almost every single time I would leave, they would be a little sad, but, like, I know they would be sad, but I know that they were very happy for me to go home with my family. And it was just so sweet. And I love them all. And they're so sweet. And they're so special to me. And yeah, I'm never, ever going to forget about you. You guys are a big thing that is a part of my life. And I'm just so grateful and so lucky to have all of you guys. And thank you. And all the other nurses and doctors that helped me that I might not know, or even just saw me for a day and was like my night shift nurse or whatever. I don't know. Thank you, because yeah, you helped me. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below any other video ideas that you have, or if you guys have any questions, because I would love to answer them for you. I will either write you back or I will make a video out of it. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and know that God always loves you. Okay. Bye, warrior fam.